What's going on, guys? Jacob over here. Got some more Packers offseason news to talk about today for the third consecutive day in a row, actually. But this is the big one, the one that you guys have been waiting for. Didn't take long for the Packers to make this decision, but they have officially announced that they are not renewing Mike Pettine's contract for next season, meaning that Mike Pettine is no longer going to be the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers going forward. And, you know, thank God. Thank God. I have wanted them to make this move ever since last season after that NFC Championship game. Last season I feel like I kind of was a Mike Pettine defender. This season, I saw the talent on this group, and I legit believed that they could have been a top 3 to 5 unit, maybe even better. I mean, to me, they underachieved all year. And that's not to say they weren't good. That's not to say they weren't even great at times. But to me, this unit never reached the potential that I feel like it could have, and I feel like a lot of that fell on the shoulders of Mike Pettine. I mean, the countless boneheaded decisions he made, from things like calling soft zone coverage on third and fours or something, where the corners would line up 10 yards off of the wide receiver, gifting them a first down practically, to lining Preston Smith up at cornerback on wide receivers, to dropping Kenny Clark into zone coverage, to the ultimate, the worst call I've ever seen in football history. Mike Pettine running the cover one defense when the Buccaneers had 6 seconds and no timeouts at the end of the half in the NFC Championship game, giving up a touchdown to Scotty Miller because of it, leaving Kevin King on an island over there versus a very fast wide receiver after he was coming off of an injury and just cleared to play that day. I mean, there was, to me, that was it to me. I mean, that had to be it for Matt LaFleur for sure. I think that I had wanted this even before that for sure, but I mean, that was just it for me. I could not take it anymore, and giving up the 31 points to a 43-year-old quarterback in a warm weather team at Lambeau Field in the NFC Championship game. I mean, really, the defense, they did come through towards the end of the game for sure with the interceptions, and I think that end of the game fell on the shoulders of the Packers offense. But overall, that halftime touchdown, that was the difference in the game, and Mike Pettine called a cover one defense. We saw it earlier in the season in a different game, the Jets versus the Raiders. The Jets called that same defense at the end of the game, giving up a touchdown pass, for the Las Vegas Raiders to win that game. And I remember seeing that and thinking, wow, that's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I remember laughing at it. And here we are, NFC Championship game, similar situation, except it's the end of the half and not the end of the game, and the same exact thing happens. I mean, I'm just so glad he's gone. Honestly, he probably should have been gone. In hindsight, he should have been gone after last season in the NFC Championship game, where we gave up 220 yards to Mostert, and the 49ers were able to score 37 points on our defense while only throwing the ball 6 times all game. That probably should have been it for Mike Pettine. I understand why they wanted to bring him back for the final year of his contract. It was just a fluke game or something. And really, I mean, I don't think the Packers' run defense was ever truly awful this season besides that one game against Minnesota. But still, they were lackluster. The defense as a whole was lackluster. They were good to great at times, but I feel like they could have been just a lot better than they were. And I really feel like a lot of that fell on the shoulders of Mike Pettine. So, for me, I am very happy about this. I'm sure a lot of Packer fans around Packer Nation are as well, because, I mean, Mike Pettine was enemy number one for a lot of us, for sure. The guy we kind of blamed for a lot of our defensive woes, and for good reason as well. So now the question is, who do the Packers go after for defensive coordinator? I mean, this is going to be the most coveted spot probably for any defensive coach in football. I mean, with the amount of talent the Packers have on the defensive side of the football, you've got Jair Alexander, a legit shutdown corner, maybe the best corner in the league. Kenny Clark, Zadarius Smith, Rashawn Gary, Darnell Savage, Adrian Amos. We kind of had a revolving door of linebackers, but still, we got good production out of Chris Barnes and Kamal Martin, and even Christian Kirksey towards the end of the season. There's just a lot of talent on this defensive roster for sure, and whoever comes in is going to be inheriting, a team that has that top 3 to 5 potential on that side of the ball. So hopefully, whoever we get knows how to utilize as the elite pieces we have, instead of Mike Pettine going soft coverage on third and four all the time. I mean, that was really a big issue I had with the defense as a whole, though. They just simply weren't aggressive enough all season long. I feel like they were just kind of playing too passive. I feel like if they were playing more aggressive, they would have been that top 3 to 5 unit. Of course, Mike Pettine decides to go as aggressive as he could possibly be in the worst possible spot at the end of the NFC Championship game, the first half, which made no sense at all. I mean, just literally everything where you wanted to be passive, he was aggressive. Whenever you wanted to be aggressive, he was passive. I hated it. I hated him as defensive coordinator at the end of last season and in this season as well. Last season I think I kind of was a Mike Pettine defender, saying, hey, there's a lot of new guys on the roster. I think the defense has improved from the previous year. But this year it was clear that it just wasn't reaching the potential that we knew it could get to. So for me, I'm happy he's gone, and I really hope that we can make a good signing at the defensive coordinator spot this offseason and get this defense to truly elite territory, because we all know what happened the last time Aaron Rodgers had a top 5 defense. He won the Super Bowl. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got to say in this video. I'm sure you guys have plenty to say in the comment section below. Leave a comment in the comment section below. What do you think of this, and who do you think the Packers should go after for that defensive coordinator spot? Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Pack, go.